Bird by Bird by Lamott remains a vital book about writing and the creative process. And its value is not rooted in the technical advice Lamott provides, but in the wisdom she offers about the creative process and, by extension, life itself. Her eloquent argument against perfectionism is an absolute godsend for those of us who have been hounded by the incessant need to be perfect in all facets of life. Before we begin, please like and subscribe. It's a huge help to this channel. Are you a perfectionist? Do you struggle with perfectionism? Comment down below with your thoughts on the subject. Combining humor, wisdom, and experience, Lamott excoriates perfectionism with exacting precision and exposes it as the neurotic and fruitless pursuit it remains. Lamott writes, quote, "Perfectionism is the voice of the oppressor, the enemy of the people. It will keep you cramped and insane your whole life. I think perfectionism is based on the obsessive belief that if you run carefully enough, hitting each stepping stone just right, you won't have to die. The truth is that you will die anyway, and that a lot of people who aren't even looking at their feet are going to do a whole lot better than you and have a lot more fun while they're doing it." Unquote. Perfectionism is not the pursuit of excellence, as many believe. Rather, it's a form of hopeless constriction that keeps us from actual growth. Perfectionists lack the fundamental courage to risk failing, but failure is an inherent aspect of success and, most importantly, growth. As the novelist and playwright Samuel Beckett famously put it, "Try again, fail better." Failure is a stepping stone for success in any endeavor. Unfortunately, for perfectionists, it's a stumbling block, and very often an invitation to simply give up and quit. I'm also reminded of the poet Wallace Stevens' assertion, "It is necessary to any originality to have the courage to be an amateur." Perfectionism disallows us from being perceived as novices or amateurs. It plays on our fragile egos and forces us to fall prey to how others may perceive us. And it ruins any joy we may encounter in our humble pursuits, because we have an egotistical disregard for embracing the process required to accomplish any endeavor. Lamott continues, quote, "Your day's work might turn out to have been a mess. So what? Kurt Vonnegut said, 'When I write, I feel like an armless, legless man with a crayon in his mouth.' So go ahead and make big scrawls and mistakes. Use up lots of paper. Perfectionism is a mean, frozen form of idealism, while messes are the artist's true friend. What people somehow, inadvertently I'm sure, forgot to mention when we were children was that we need to make messes in order to find out who we are and why we are here." Unquote. Accepting our imperfections becomes a source of joy and self-discovery that perfectionism can never allow for. Lamott nails it when she refers to it as the voice of the oppressor. It's a prison, an existential straitjacket, and an invitation to a lifetime of self-loathing and misery. Most importantly, perfectionism also thwarts the goodness that resides in all of us, condemning us and those around us for every perceived flaw and imperfection. Perfectionism is often the twin of self-righteous hubris. John Steinbeck's line on perfectionism in East of Eden is one of my favorite lines in all of literature, precisely because it resounds with so much timeless truth on the matter. Here's the beautiful exchange between Abra and Lee in East of Eden. Abra, who has very much become like a daughter to Lee, laments, "Lately, I never felt good enough." Of course, Abra expresses the deep insecurity that we all have from time to time, but one that is most pronounced in perfectionists. Lee, perhaps the most profound character in the entire novel, offers the following wisdom, and one that we should all take to heart. "And now that you don't have to be perfect, you can be good."